Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a quick look outside our beautiful weather window on this Thursday as we head over to beautiful Lake Chelan. And yeah, some boats out on the lake today, and heck, why not? Temperatures a lot like yesterday, stayed in the lower 90s today. Just a few fair weather clouds out there and a light breeze. Awfully nice early July day. And as we head into this upcoming weekend, though, get ready for some more hot weather. Wenatchee there on your graphic in orange, and as we get to Friday, mid 90s, upper 90s to near 100 on Saturday, and by Sunday a little bit cooler, but once again we will be in the middle to upper 90s. So get ready for a hot weekend to come, and we're going to stay that way. We'll tell you about that, more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Grant County man was sentenced this week to 23 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to federal child pornography and trafficking charges. One of two men charged in a Wenatchee strong-arm robbery 2 years ago must now serve another 5 years in prison. A 65-year-old woman was treated for apparent minor injuries after an Okanagan County deputy ran into the back of her vehicle. And Slidewaters, the popular Lake Chelan water park that sued Governor Jay Inslee over his COVID-19 restrictions, has lost its appeal in federal court. But first, our top story tonight. The Batterman Road fire is now about 50% contained, and firefighters say it could be all sewn up by the weekend. The 14,000-acre wildfire in Douglas County barely grew yesterday despite strong winds. No homes have been lost and no injuries reported. This morning, all evacuation levels were lowered to level 1, the lowest state of alert. In a briefing last night, Deputy Incident Commander Bob Schindler said some resources and crews have already been reassigned to higher priority fires across the West.
And we've had great success on this fire. And we're not out of the woods yet. However, I would say that our potential for fire spread is diminishing each day. We will not leave the fire until we know it is absolutely secure. We know that there are many values that need to be protected. Our main objectives while we've been here has been to protect the homes, the private property, the agricultural community that's surrounding this area, the range allotments, as well as the natural resources and cultural resources that are within and adjacent to this fire. So there have been many objectives that we've been trying to accomplish on this fire, and I would say that our team and the firefighters that have been assigned have done an outstanding job.
A Grant County man was sentenced this week to 23 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to federal child pornography and trafficking charges. 30-year-old Carlos Salgado Velasquez of Warden admitted to making explicit video recordings of 4 minor victims who he solicited and paid for sex. He pleaded guilty in April in U.S. District Court in Spokane to 1 count of producing child pornography and 1 count of child sex trafficking. One of 2 men charged in a Wenatchee strong-arm robbery 2 years ago must now serve another 5 years in prison. 25-year-old Cameron Roth Ripper pleaded guilty to first-degree robbery and intimidating a witness in Chelan County Court. Yesterday, Judge Kristen Ferreira sentenced him to a total of 93 months, including time already spent in jail since his arrest. Police say Ripper and his older brother, Brendan Kane Ripper, attacked a man with a tire iron in 2019 and stole his backpack. From jail, Cameron Ripper then tried to convince a witness to withdraw their statement. Brendan Ripper remains in local jail awaiting trial on separate charges of second-degree murder and assault. A 65-year-old woman was treated for apparent minor injuries after an Okanagan County deputy ran into the back of her vehicle yesterday afternoon in Omak. Washington State Patrol says 30-year-old Deputy Eric Orr was southbound about 3:45 p.m. on Highway 215 near 2nd Avenue when he became distracted and struck a 2014 Chevy Traverse being driven by Deborah Moore of Okanagan. The State Patrol said Moore had slowed near the intersection and Orr's Ford Cruiser struck her from behind. Trooper John Bryant said Moore complained of a sore back and neck and was transported to Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak. She was not listed as a patient at the hospital this morning. Bryant said Orr was not cited, and their report will be turned over to the Okanogan County Sheriff's Office to determine if Orr will face any disciplinary action. Slidewaters, the popular Lake Chelan water park that sued Governor Jay Inslee over his COVID-19 restrictions, has lost its appeal in federal court. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals says Inslee had the authority to restrict and even close businesses as needed during the public health emergency. Slidewaters continued to operate despite the shutdown order and was ultimately fined almost $10,000 by the state. The park owners, represented by the Freedom Foundation, argued Inslee's actions closing the park in response to the pandemic in 2020 were unconstitutional. That argument was rejected in U.S. District Court in Spokane last summer. Coming up next, prosecutors want an East Wenatchee man to serve 20 days in jail and pay almost $53,000 in restitution to a woman who was attacked by his dogs. Electricity users in Okanogan County had to briefly limit their power consumption yesterday due to outages. Collisions between wildlife and vehicles are a recurring problem in the Wenatchee Valley. And firefighters, EMTs, and law enforcement from throughout the Wenatchee Valley paid tribute yesterday to former Chelan County Fire District 1 Chief Dave Matthews. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Welcome back. In other news, prosecutors want an East Wenatchee man to serve 20 days in jail and pay almost $53,000 in restitution to a woman who was attacked by his dogs. 64-year-old Timothy Dale Houston pleaded guilty on June 29th to 4 counts of owning a dangerous dog. The charge is a gross misdemeanor. In January of 2020, Houston's 4 dogs attacked a woman jogging on No. 2 Canyon Road outside Wenatchee after Houston turned them loose and fell asleep in his parked car. The woman required stitches for multiple bite wounds, including facial injuries. Wenatchee Valley Animal Control seized and destroyed all 4 dogs. Houston initially faced a felony charge, but in spring of 2021, he agreed to plead to lesser charges in Chelan County District Court. Under the plea agreement, county prosecutors recommend Judge Kyle Mott sentence Houston to jail time, a $350 fine, and restitution of $53,000 to cover the full cost of her medical treatment. Houston must be sentenced by August 31st. Electricity users in Okanogan County had to briefly limit their power consumption yesterday due to outages. A power line failure and lightning strikes in the area led the county PUD to ask for limited electrical use starting at about 2 p.m. About 5 hours passed before the damaged line was back in service. The PUD says the voluntary limitation helped keep the overall power system online without a need for blackouts during that repair. Collisions between wildlife and vehicles are a recurring problem in the Wenatchee Valley and across the state. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz talked with Washington State Department of Transportation Public Information Officer Lauren Loebsack and biologist Matt Wisen about what to do if you hit a deer or other animal.
If there is a collision that your airbags have gone off and the like, or there's any concerns, pulling off to a safe place if you're able to, and calling 911. State Patrol is going to, respond, and they have a lot of different connections with our traffic management center and our crews to be able to then dispatch if there was also an animal strike. But those ones that might be, you just clipped something or you're not quite sure, or you heard that thump or whatever, you can call our traffic management center and just let people know, let the person that answered know whereabouts you were, and then our crews can go make sure that when they're out patrolling, they can go review to make sure that there isn't an obstruction in the road, and also be able to manage what if there's something out there in the right of way.
And we've all seen that when we didn't hit it, but we're driving on the highway and there's a dead deer in the middle of the roadway and there's nobody anywhere near it. Same deal. You want to pull over so you're not actually operating the automobile, and call the State Patrol and say there's a deer here at milepost 4. Yep. And it ain't doing well.
And that gets all the way. We have good communication chains with our local State Patrol, and so that gets to us, and then we're able to respond. Yeah.
Matthew, anything else to add before we cut you loose on this busy day?
No, just be aware and expect that there will be wildlife that are unpredictable around, and more than you think. So when you can, slow down. And when you can pull over, if you need to pull over, make sure you're doing it in a safe place. I mean, don't put your own life in risk to take care of something else there. Pull over in the same safe spot that's not dry grass and stuff like that as well.
Yep.
You catalytic converter. That's not good.
Yep.
And just be aware. And we're always available here at DOT to reach out. Call us, email us, go online. There's venues there. We have Instagram, Facebook, social media type stuff.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
The Tan Republic Bronze Without Borders membership is our best membership to date. Discounted monthly dues, access to over 65 locations, 25% off all products, discounted upgrades and spray tanning, members only specials, and of course, we treat you like a VIT. Very important tanner. Ask your certified Smart Tan associate how you can sign up for a Bronze Without Borders membership program today and save. Tan beautiful. Tan Republic.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hi, Stephen DeVilbus here, Branch Manager of Beneficial and Home Care. We are an equal opportunity employer and we do not discriminate in employment or services. It is our mission to maximize our clients' physical health and sense of mental well-being while remaining in the comfort of their home. We are currently seeking professional caregivers who share our mission to help our clients live safely and comfortably at home. Call Beneficial and Home Care. Schedule your interview today, 509-663-7900.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Cinnabon the rabbit.
Hey everyone, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We are here with Haley at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and Cinnabon is joining us this week. Can you tell us about Cinnabon?
Yeah, so Cinnabon is really sweet. She's working on being held. She's very affectionate, very friendly. She loves her veggies. One of her favorites is kale, and she really chows down on all of the fresh veg when she gets it. She's a little bit shy at first. She does have a house that she sometimes hides in, but once she's comfortable, she is wanting to be out and about. She is litter box trained, so you don't have to worry about training her to do that. Ever since she's been spayed, she's been really good about using her litter box.
Okay, and what kind of home is she looking for?
She probably would need an indoor home, or if you have her outside, have her be supervised at all times while she's outside, so that way she doesn't escape by accident. I think she'd be good with kids. Cats and dogs, maybe. It honestly depends on the temperament of the other pets in the home, but she should do well with children, and she could probably be bonded to another bunny if you had another bunny.
Okay. And what's the adoption process?
If you are interested in adopting Cinnabon, you need to, you can just come on down. We are now open to the public, and you can let the front desk know that you are interested in seeing her, and we can get you to meet her.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open by appointment only. Call them at 509-662-9577 to schedule a meet and greet or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now to take a look at our North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday, another beautiful summer day all across North Central Washington. Unofficially at Pangborn Airport in East Wenatchee, 93 degrees today. That's 7 degrees above where we should be at 86. Overnight low, didn't that feel nice this morning? 64 degrees, just slightly above our normal low now of 60. Record high 103 back in 2012, record low 45 degrees in 1981. We actually picked up 1/100th of an inch of rain early yesterday morning in those showers, and that gets us to 2.83 inches for the year. We're still way behind. Sunrise 5:13 and the sun sets tonight at 8:58. Let's get you right to tomorrow and show you what we can expect as we get into our Friday weather. It's almost the weekend and it's going to warm up for us tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed today because we are going to warm up into the mid and upper 90s tomorrow. 97 for Ephrata and Moses Lake, 96 in Quincy and Wenatchee, 94 for you folks in Leavenworth, and about 96 if you're heading over to Lake Chelan. Let's take a look at that surface loop now. And tonight, still high pressure here and more high pressure in the desert southwest. The combination is creating this huge ridge still up and over the Pacific Northwest. We'll see a northwest breeze tonight, 5 to 10 miles an hour. It will be mild. For Friday, we start to warm up as we just talked about. Sunny and hot with high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s all across central and eastern Washington. And folks, we're staying that way for a while. Saturday looks to be one of our hottest days of the 7 days. It will be sunny to kick off our weekend with high temperatures right around that 100-degree mark. We'll be flirting with some record highs on Saturday, and then a bit of wind on Sunday, especially right here in the Wenatchee Valley and Columbia Basin, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Still hot, though, with high temperatures in the upper 90s. We could see a red flag warning for Sunday. By Monday, sunny skies. We will stay unseasonably hot as we kick off our next work week, and that goes for all of the western United States, even back into Montana. Billings, Montana, 99 for the high on Monday. For Tuesday, sunny and hot once again. It's going to come close to what we see, I think, on Saturday with highs near 100 degrees again on Tuesday before we drop back slightly by the time we get into Wednesday. A little bit of wind once again by midweek next week. Still hot, though, with highs in the mid-90s. And by the end of our forecast on Thursday, it's going to stay that way. Once again, we'll see lots of sunshine with high temperatures in the middle 90s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. 66 tonight. And won't this be nice? All 60s for our overnight lows. 96 Friday, 99, won't quite make it to 100, I don't think anyway, on Saturday, 97 Sunday, 98 on Monday, and then a hot one on Tuesday with 100 degrees expected and 97 with sunshine on Wednesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel. Hi, sports fans. Dan Kuntz once again filling in for Eric Grandstrom, who continues his well-deserved vacation. The Wenatchee Apple Sox took down Port Angeles last night 5-1 at Civic Field, so their 7-game league losing streak finally came to an end. Wenatchee scored first, back-to-back RBI base hits from Dakota Duffalo and Adam Grobe in the top of the third. The lefties scored in the bottom of that inning, but Wenatchee kept their 2-1 lead going into the 7th, and then they just kind of cruised from there. The big difference last night, John Newman Jr. He just crushed a hanging curveball, flew it out past the left field wall for his second home run this summer. And then after a double steal attempt, brought home Tino Betancourt. The Sox had all they would need to finish the game. Rising Oregon sophomore Logan Mercado was the pitcher last night. He was really good. He walked just 2. He struck out 8. His replacement came on, Skylar Hales. He threw 3 shutout innings. He gave up just 1 walk and 1 hit. There is Logan Mercado, the winning pitcher last night. And then the Sox closer, Chase Grillo, came on in the 9th. He struck out 2 of the 4 he faced, so the Apple Sox get the victory. Newman's homer, by the way, helped him finish with his second 2-hitter this summer. Right fielder Michael O'Hara returned from a 4-game injury absence. He picked up his 5th game with multiple hits in 12 games as an Apple Sox. And Dakota Duffalo, he had 2 more hits. He's racking them up. That's 3 games in a row for Dakota with 2 hits and his 8th multi-hit game overall. The win moves Wenatchee past Port Angeles, and they have a shot. They're trailing Walla Walla for a wild card position in the first half standings of the WCL. Wenatchee will try and take the series tonight. The rubber game in Port Angeles, 6:35 this evening. Mariners last night. Aaron Judge capped New York's early offensive outburst against Seattle, against Seattle's all-star, Yusei Kikuchi. He didn't pitch very well last night. Aaron had his 20th home run of the season. The Yankees hold on to defeat the Mariners. The final was 5-4. For the second straight game, the Yankees scored a flurry of runs in the first 2 innings, but this time they had to hold off a rally from the Mariners on Wednesday night. Judge's 2-run home run was clubbed into the second deck of the left field stands. That gave New York a 5-1 lead. Luke Voigt had a 2 RBI base hit in the first inning. Gleyber Torres had a 2-run base hit. Yankees scored 3 in the first inning for the second straight game, and here are your highlights.
And Voigt rips that to left field, a base hit. Aaron Judge being waved around third. Here he comes. The throw is high. Judge scores. It's an RBI single for Luke Voigt, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Torres trying to add to it. That hits the ground. 1 run will score. Here comes Voigt. He scores. It's a 2-run single for Gleyber Torres, and the Yankees again put up a 3 spot in the first. Urshela smokes that into left center field. That ball will get down. Bad break for the Yankees as it hops over the wall, and Torres, who would have surely scored, is going to have to park it at third after Gio Urshela's 2-out double. Oh, missed that one badly. Sanchez going to retrieve it, and and a wild pitch on ball 4 will plate Seattle's first run as Haniger scores, and it's a 3-1 game. As LeCastro grounds a base hit into shallow left center. LeCastro takes a big turn. He's going for 2, and he is in with a double. The 2-1. Judge hammers that. High, deep, and hold on. Crushed. A 2-run launch job from Aaron Judge. And the Yankees lead is 5-1. That ball is hit high in the air to left. Looking up is LeCastro. It is gone. And just like that, it's a brand new game. A 3-run shot for Tom Murphy. And the Yankees lead is now just 5-4. 0-2. Torres skies that to center field and deep, but Trammell will catch up with it for the second time tonight. Where does he go with the 2-2? Good night. A heater to end it. And the Yankees win it 5-4. 10 straight road series wins in Seattle for the Yankees.
As you saw, Yusei Kikuchi, he struggled badly in his first start since being named to the All-Star team. He gave away a season-high 5 runs and 8 hits. He did settle down later on, but by that time, the damage was done. As far as the Yankees were concerned, Domingo Germán was supposed to start yesterday. He had emergency root canal surgery. Ouch. Instead, Nick Nelson got the start. He didn't look very good for the Yankees, but again, the Yankees did win 5-4. Couple of notes, the Seattle left-handed pitcher Hector Santiago, his appeal of that 10-game suspension will be heard today in New York. By the way, he still played 2 games after he was suspended. When you appeal a suspension, you still get to play until they finally rule on it. And Justice Sheffield was placed on the 10-day disabled list. He was replaced by Eric Swanson. Of course, he has not been pitching very well at all. The Yankees and the Mariners are playing their 3rd game as we speak. We'll have highlights tomorrow. And one more quick note in the world of sports. Wenatchee FC, the BO5 team, won their national semifinal game today, 3-2 down in Colorado. They will play for the championship tomorrow. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Thursday. Grant, back to you.
Nice work, Dan. Thank you very much. And take a breather because we are now checking back in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan, back to you.
Thank you very much, Grant. It's good to have you back. Sorry there's not a lot of weather to talk about, but hey, it is what it is. Join me for a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're going to be rolling out a brand new segment on this program. It's called Will It Flush? And tomorrow on this program, we're going to attempt to flush a grapefruit down the toilet. Quick heads up for my coworkers on that one as well. And if that doesn't pan out, we'll figure something out. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, get your weekend started right with everything that you need. 7 a.m. live right here from this very studio. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care, they speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.